This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Fun Foods Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, the National Insurance Board, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Tropical Gyros, and the World Athletics World Relays.
Them one pies and make from the thing up. Pass me and them girlfriend a link up. Dog, where you did that when they think tough.
You got it locked and loaded to the Friday, April 26th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. It is a Friday edition. Purdy in the studio with me today as well, too.
Hey, everybody.
Weekend review. And big up to MJ. She was supposed to be here today,
Hey,
but
MJ, miss you.
We got a whole house full of sick youngsters.
Boy, I don't miss that.
And she holding it down, doing Florence Nightingale duty right now, man. I appreciate her so much.
Do your job, girlfriend. Do your job.
And so she'll be on Wednesday and Friday next week, so look forward to that.
Okay.
But we got the weekend review coming up. We got to recap the hottest stories of the week, and we had a couple to talk about. But boy, today, looked like this one jump up on the page Friday, and woo, plenty of people talking about that.
Oh, boy. Good stuff, man.
So, yeah, we got to talk about everything that's going on, including the F&M convention set for June 1st. Nomination set for next week. The Grand Bahama Port Authority payment deadline is up. No payment made.
But I like to see what happened there. Arbitration, I heard.
And, of course, we still got to talk about the new Electricity Act. People still tongues wagging on that. And don't get too, a lot of people pushing the F&M convention right now. That's a good story. But don't let this slide. Don't let us lose focus of this.
You got to pay attention to that.
You know how people throw things out to distract you.
Yeah.
And, of course, that fuel leak that we were talking about in Abaco this Monday and the previous Monday, right here on Talking Heads with Roscoe Thompson, finally addressed in the House of Assembly. St. Anne's MP Adrian White addressed it, as well as Minister of the Environment, Mr. Vaughn Miller. So I'm glad that both sides of the House addressed it, and let's get it dealt with down there in Abaco, because as you can see, it's not a good look.
They talking about how they fixing it. That's the problem.
Man, listen, if talk could have been fixed, it would have been fixed a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Talk is cheap, it by land.
Mm-hmm. And then we still got a couple other tidbits we need to talk about, too, like a certain missing file.
Boy.
Well, I tell you, lots to talk about.
I heard that, right? And it ain't the magistrate file is just the files that happened in the case, and the case ain't started yet. The prosecution of a file and the defense of a file. So you're trying to tell me the prosecution lost his file? So I couldn't understand when the magistrate said the magistrate couldn't find a file. That's the file of what happened during the case. The case ain't started yet. The prosecution got a file, and the defense got a file. Where they files?
We'll talk about all of that and more on the flip side of the break, because the lines will be open. 323-6232 here in New Providence, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free to anyone in the Family Islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day, right here at Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Quick break. Flip side of the break, we'll be doing the recap of the hottest stories of the last week right here on Talking Heads. The Friday edition continues right after this.
Get ready! On May 4th and 5th, athletes from around the world will compete to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics. Come, witness history as our Bahamian athletes run against the world and chase the sun. From paradise to Paris at the BTC World Athletic Relays here in Nassau, Bahamas at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office or at BTC Moreland Marathon or BTC Southwest Plaza. BTC World Relays. Be there.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Enjoy the flavors of summer with a mega-sized KFC combo and get a secret code for a chance to win. KFC and Pepsi is giving away daily beach bundles of a KFC bag packed with KFC shades, a bucket of 25 KFC whole wings, and a 2-liter Pepsi, plus a weekly cash prize of $1,000. Whether it's original recipe, spicy, or barbecue, get your favorite KFC combo today and mega-size your summer fun. KFC Nassau, it's mega finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Elaine, you hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now?
About what? The luncheon?
Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance.
Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that.
And you're always crying, poor mouth. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024.
I think that criminal benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what?
What?
Susan, I think she did get a pregnancy benefit, eh?
You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right.
For more information, visit nibratencrease.com.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
We're back at you on the Friday, April 26th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty, along with Purdy and your company, right up until 6 p.m. And we're looking at some of the, major stories of the last week that just jumped out, had everybody talking, blazed up the pages of the dailies of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844, did the rounds on social media, made the newscast, and still, today, people got it all, that's their hot topic of conversation. Obviously, the one that everybody's still talking about, and we'll get this out of the way, because we have to watch it play out now, is the situation down there in Grand Bahama. With the Grand Bahama Port Authority, the payment deadline is up. Lawyers locked in talks as port fails to make any payment to government. So, obviously, Purdy, if I'm looking at it, if the talks are locked, they're still locked in talks, that means they're still negotiating. But no payment has been made, so obviously, the negotiation over who owes what and what owes who.
I wish I was the fly on the wall there.
I wish I was the wallpaper.
But I won't be the fly because I won't fly away after I get the information.
You ain't crapping on me and flying off. No, sir.
But it's interesting to see what goes on there. I heard a quick interview with the Prime Minister when he said that he thinks arbitration. So it'll be interesting to see what arbitration does and who they pick to be the arbitrator.
Very interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. That would be interesting. But, you hear
Wouldn't it be ironic if they pick Mr. Bastian maybe to be the arbitrator, since he's so good with numbers and fair right down the middle? Wouldn't that be ironic?
That would be very interesting. And he's a fair brother. He's a very honest, fair brother. But I think they probably bring somebody in from
Obviously, I was only being facetious with that.
Yeah.
But I think it needs to get rectified because I think the concerns of Grand Bahamians at large, regardless of political affiliation,
Yeah, that's concerns.
As they know that eventually, if this thing goes a certain way, the trickle down is going to fall on them. The burden is going to fall on the licensees, going to fall on citizens.
I really want to know what the government's end game is with this. I really want to know. It putting such a fight on it, and we hear talks coming out, and you don't know what is what because nobody is really saying what's happening. But are they trying to get the present owners of the port to give it up? And if they so, who they think about trying to put it in? Who hands they trying to put it in?
That we got to watch. Now, maybe we'll get some light because as of this week, there's been a grand announcement. May 6th, down there in Grand Bahama at the Grand Lucayan, the Prime Minister is going to be there. He's going to be the keynote speaker at the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce business dinner meeting.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Now, despite licensees and shareholders in Grand Bahama requesting a meeting with the Prime Minister, that hasn't happened. But maybe this will be an opportunity they go to said event.
Well, it's at the Chamber
pay the
of Commerce.
$75 and go.
Where that money go? Anyway, if the Chamber of Commerce, that's a lot of the players are going to be involved.
So I think that would be a good
players in the
opportunity.
community will be there. I'm sure outside of that, the press will all be there because be very anxious to see what he has to say.
So maybe we'll get a better understanding post May 6th as to where this is going to go.
Yeah, well, it's right around the corner.
Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads.
Howdy, Pearly.
What's happening?
All is well, all is well. Happy Friday, man.
Same to you, brother.
Hey, bro.
Listen to this, man. The Prime Minister don't even meet with the people who got the businesses, licensees in Freeport, right? And then you want to buy the port. Me say, I from Grand Bahama. I live in Nassau for almost 3 years now. I'm back in Nassau, right? Because of during the pandemic and the hurricane and thing and all that.
Yeah.
Trying to get some good job and thing or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Take care of your family.
But there ain't nobody in Grand Bahama want no this government and no port in Grand Bahama.
I wouldn't want the government run nothing for me because I don't care who in power. I don't give PLP, F&M. I don't want the government there.
I've heard PLPs and F&Ms that are Grand Bahamians say they don't want no part of that.
No.
Oh, but we're not interested in that.
There's some names floating around now. Some names floating around.
Party, they push through whatever they want to push through. Yeah, the little numbers wide. Everyone say no, they still push that through.
Yep.
Let them come slipping through trying to do this foolishness, Understand how they say?
Yes.
Let them try to do this foolishness. The Yemen's tired of them not listening to us. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
People tired, but let them try this foolishness. See what's going to happen. Leave it at that.
Okay.
All right, caller. Good stuff as always, man. Enjoy your weekend. Sound like you starting before me and Pearly, so, do a Coley in honor of me and Pearly.
We'll catch up. Sure.
We'll catch up.
For sure.
Here's a text off the text lines. Naughty, who do they think they're talking to? They can't find Reckley's file? Really? Do they work with computers, or are they still practicing cursive writing on rulers in the AG's office? Borrow the AG's or the defendant's file or resign. Boy, you all fired up today. You're all in the zone.
That case, I've followed it for a while from day one, and it's very, a lot of things have happened there. A lot of things. They were charged 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you got who was the magistrate then? Or the first magistrate recused herself.
Correct. And then there was a multitude of magistrates.
Then
if I'm
two
not
magistrate
mistaken,
changes.
that
Two magistrate
recused
changes.
themselves.
And then you got fraudulent letters of coercion was submitted to the court accusing prosecution of misconduct. Then you got the principal witness. They ain't find this dude been gone for a while now. They ain't see him, can't find him. He may be missing, dead. They don't know where he is. All right, and
wow.
And through all of this, the residents of Grand Bahama, of West Grand Bahama, still ain't get their stuff fixed. And you saw that very prevalent during the last by-election. People with blue top, plenty of houses with blue top then, promises by the then candidates to fix the blue top still on the people's house. And hurricane season coming again.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye on that because it's still got to play out. We got to, I don't know, some people might want to say, well, it's before the courts. It's not really before the courts. It's got to get to the courts. But we'll keep an eye on it to see how it plays out. Because like you say, there are a lot of layers to that onion right there. There's another onion with a lot of layers to it, the new Electricity Act. Now, according to the Minister of Energy and Transport, JoBeth Kobe Davis, this act will help bring relief to the vulnerable.
How?
I need an explanation. I need to get.
What is the relief? They're gonna see.
I thought institutions like IRCA were there to provide the relief for the small man, to make sure that we weren't taken advantage of.
That's what I thought it was for. That's what I thought IRCA was created for. I think under Ingram's administration, IRCA was created. I thought that's what it created for. But my whole thing is, if BPL has a legacy debt of over $500 million, you offering relief in which way? You dropping the cost of it? You dropping the cost of electricity? So that means BPL makes less money. So how are you going to pay that legacy debt? How are you going to pay that? You're going to pound up on top of that legacy debt? Then if that's not the case, then the only other thing you could do is up the rates, right? And make electricity more expensive in this country. I'm just concerned about that. Some things aren't being said. We're not getting a clear picture of what's going on with that.
And my situation right now, what jumps out at me, and I appreciate, my good friend Juan McCartney being so detailed with his explanation.
Somebody, they said they was missing one on the other side of that fence. Should have been sitting here with us.
Yeah. Now, currently, BPL must apply and get IRCA's permission to change its tariffs as well as its fuel charge.
Right.
This bill, which would come into force on June 1st, 2024, suspends that for 3 years.
Why do you want to suspend that for 3 years? What is the rationale behind it? I still haven't gotten a clear explanation why you want to do that.
Now, according to Juan, one of the things that would be most significant that would probably impact the Bahamian people as far as the level of concern would be the ability for public electricity suppliers and authorized public electricity suppliers to set their own tariffs for the next 3 years. That's a policy decision by the government. IRCA is guided by the National Energy Policy, which is the minister's responsibility. So there are two public electricity suppliers in the country, Bahamas Power and Light and Grand Bahama Power Company. There are 7 authorized public electricity suppliers. And so they will and set the tariffs that they deem appropriate to really right-size the operations, BPL in particular. Now, I get the method to the madness, because you got to streamline BPL according to that legacy debt, especially with a legacy debt like that.
Uh-huh.
But 3 years unregulated, how does that even come into the play?
That's the question I'm asking. How was that going to
isn't
work?
IRCA supposed to be in a position to make sure that the tariffs are regulated?
That's the point.
They are controlled, that you cannot have a free-for-all?
So if the BPL board decides tomorrow, we're going to take the... What is the rates up to another 15 cents a kilowatt hour or whatever like that? That could break your back. BPL would make the money. BPL would probably cover its debt, but it will break the average man's back, and it'll bad for business.
Texter, let me tell you something, Texter. Naughty. When you say small man, you mean Perlier, because a lot of us isn't go to St. Andrews. Well, I could tell how you're typing, you didn't go, but that's okay.
And I didn't go to St. Andrews either. Don't insult me.
But like you and our family don't have... But like you, our family don't have money like your own. So who's the small man you speak of? I speak of me every day. Because one thing about me...
They see your bank account.
Hold on. I want to tell you where this money is, Texter. Come let me know. Show me where it is so I can give you a little something, and me and Pearly could go, get him a new air fryer.
I tell you, I cry in my air fryer freaking out.
And I could go get some Manolo Blahniks or Jimmy Choo's family or something. Do something nice.
So tell me where, man.
Where it is.
Because if you only knew...
And see, I speak every day. When I say the small man Texter, I mean me, you, Pearly, because we in it every day. We pay taxes. We supply the energy to make this country run, i.e. in taxes. We're taxpayers. We're voters. We're citizens. And all of us seem to be getting dumped on by multiple administrations. So I speak for all of us.
Exactly.
All of the disenfranchised, all of the disillusioned, all of the upset, all of the disgruntled. So be clear.
And I don't want to give me hell because I went to soccer, my kids went to soccer. You don't know what I sacrificed to put them kids through St. Augustine's.
And Texter,
many days of corned beef and white rice just so I could pay them school fees.
Yeah, and Texter, you can't try, get off on St. Andrews and clown me, telling me because a lot of us isn't go to St. Andrews. Yeah, I could tell. But wherever you went, I still riding for you.
Yep.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Ooh.
Good afternoon, Naughty. Hi, Pearly, darling.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, dear God, what is this?
No, the other day she called and I said, hey, boo-boo, or something like that, and somebody called, you can't be saying that on the radio. So she calls me darling from now on.
Okay, I ain't getting in between y'all things. It's all good. I just see Pearly smiling plenty, and yeah.
This is a chip and arm love affair. Don't get in that.
All right, I can leave that alone. But now I know who to find. Now I know to talk to when I got to put your chip and arm fight. So what you got for me today, caller?
Listen, Naughty, I'm curious. The break with Urkel, does that concerns you guys? Because, you know, they hold you responsible for certain things, and Alive and BTC or Batelco. Are they involved in this 3-year hiatus?
Just BPL. That's specifically the Electricity Act, and that's specifically just for BPL and Grand Bahama Power and any other utilities in terms of electricity providers, power providers. It doesn't. I don't think it affects BTC or Alive or anything like that.
Okay, so isn't it curious that now that the government was talking about, I don't know, what we were saying, they're trying to sneakily type privatize BPL. All of a sudden they take this hiatus from ERCA. Isn't that a coincidence?
It's interesting because, you know, back in March, Guardian reported a story that there could be a PPP, a private partnership, and they're not giving us any information on that. They just it doesn't look transparent. It does not look transparent.
Boy, this texting yesterday. They texting again today. Naughty, take a whiff. You don't smell a snake in all of this?
I smell bad fish.
You know,
I thought you could smell rat, not snake, but anyway, thanks.
Right. And not just, live rat here either.
Hold on, maybe the rat in the belly of the snake, and that's what they smell.
It might be that when people snap or they put down and it smell and they let it spoil.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that, though. I got to get to these other calls, man. You have a good weekend now.
Thanks, caller. Talk to you later.
Talking heads. Talking heads.
I'm blessing it afternoon, Naughty.
Oh, Jesus.
The second day in a row. Call me yesterday.
Boy, you're sneaking today, but I'm still trying to get you totally liberated and vindicated. But guess what? I now that I got you, I want to say, Purdy, and I think you did a great job at Earth Day out there at your farm doing things. I know several brown bottles was consumed, but I saw you doing your thing, man. And farming is passionate to you, Sparky, so we're proud of you.
The Sparky Park in Jubilee Gardens, he's growing a lot of fruit trees there. Every 15 feet is a different fruit tree. He's going to be planting over the course of a few months. So he talked about that yesterday, and I thought that was a really good thing. I guess he said, and we don't have to live in Jubilee Garden to come get one fruit. So when the mine get them ready, we
can we coming from mine. If you get any sugar apple, call me Sparky.
Well, first of all, I called in to say good evening. I tried to do the humane thing. First of all, I thanked the producer for if he took a chance with me. I asked him properly if I could call it to Naughty Show, the proper way to do it. I asked for the management to give me a chance to explain myself. Nobody would listen to me. Purdy told me yesterday, leave it alone, Sparky. Sit back, see what happens. I called it because I was interested in listening to you guys talk. The topic y'all are on, and you did at 5 o'clock you go into sports, so I get a chance to talk there. I've been trying to speak this thing, Purdy, this idea I showed y'all on Monday the 22nd. This is something for 15 years. 15 years, I've spoken to the last 3 members of Parliament that came down in Pride State. By the way, the area I live in is Pride State.
I do apologize for forgiving me.
No problem.
After I said that, I said, oh boy, I think I called the wrong area.
No, it is. Where I live is Pride State.
Okay.
Where the farm is out the back there off Gladstone Road by Jubilee Garden.
Okay, I got you.
You got it right. It's
okay.
Just where I live and where the farm is.
I got you. Okay.
I'm not living on the farm. Okay.
Okay.
The Pride State Park. Listen to this, guys. For 15 years, I've spoken with the last 3 parliamentarians that represented Garfield, of which Pride State is. Everyone liked my idea. Listen to this now. Everyone liked my idea. I told each one of them, I said, I want to change the look of the parks in the Bahamas. Instead of just building a park with swings and sand pits for children to run up and down it, every 15 feet, let's plant a fruit tree. So every season, when these fruit trees bear fruit, the residents of the area, the visitors of the area, and the children will be able to go get a fresh native organic food to eat. Rather than buying a bunch of poison, what we import by members of the government and people of the Bahamas who have shares in these companies, who import these things, who get rich of selling these poison food to the American people. Let's plant organic food all along from East Bay Street to the airport, that on Sundays and Saturdays, when the parents go out with their children, they can stop on the side of the road and pick a dilly, pick a mango, pick a breadfruit.
We used to do a lot of that. We used to be Cocoa Plum. We used to go picking plenty. Sunday afternoon, you go for a drive and the side of the road and pull up and picking a whole handful of Cocoa Plum. You remember them?
That was healthy food.
Yeah.
That was food with the animals and the birds eat.
Sparky, listen, I got a couple other callers. I got several texts I can get.
Please,
listen, we will keep talking about this for you, though, because I think it's a great idea.
So, okay, let me get past money. Let me get past money, and then you can go. You always get Seattle does months to talk. Get it more.
Yeah, you push it, man. You just come out the cell. Now you trying to get to the commissary and drink and smoke and all that. You better watch it before they put you back in the cell, you know.
Okay. All I'm saying is, me, and I would like to thank Mr. McHale Barnaby, the chairman of Parks and Beaches. He is the one who says, Sparky, we will get it done.
Sparky, you thank him yesterday. You thanking him every day now.
I say, we will get it. That young man is wicked.
Thank me and Bernie for getting on.
He's a Michael. He's on the 22nd, we can get it done.
Okay. Now, thank me and Bernie for getting you on now, because we got to get to these other calls. But have a great weekend. Enjoy your brown bottle, Sparky. All right? I appreciate you.
Take care.
Take care. Now go drink a brown bottle. You come out the cell and you carrying on by. You want to go to solitary. Let's get this other call. Talking Heads.
Very naughty.
Talk Heads. What's happening, brother?
Yeah.
All right. Turn it down for a moment. Turn it down. I believe
That's his intro.
Yeah, you're the only caller I know who's come with your own theme music. You don't play.
Yeah. Hey.
Turn the radio down.
You can turn it down for Monado, please.
I can't turn it down. Hey, Siri.
See, I tell you, I rather Alexa.
Hey,
you run
Siri.
it with Siri.
You running with Siri. Siri ain't paying no mind to you. Siri ain't paying you no mind. Siri ain't checking for you.
Yeah, Joe Bet.
All right, what you got?
What she say? She promised it to help.
The act will help bring relief to the vulnerable. This according to Minister of Energy and Transportation, Joe Beth Colby Davis. And referring to the new electricity act.
Yeah, well, I got lieutenants that she promises. I'm singing to that right now. You know, but she's the same one who knocked down the police.
Allegedly. Yes.
Allegedly, yeah.
Hey, we got to protect ourselves, you know.
Them files you're talking about were gone missing.
Uh-huh.
Man, any senior lawyer or law firm, no, you don't keep one set of files for court, man.
That's the whole thing I said earlier.
You see what I'm saying? If you got three sets of document to file, you file 5. You know, one for the court, one for the other side, and you keep the other 3. One vacant file and the other 2, you got them aside. You see what I'm saying? So who they think they're joking with?
I hear you. Like Mustard from Farrington Road always used to say, who you think you're fooling?
Yeah. Yeah, we ain't into no promises. Naughty, you say you got the program to track the plane, right?
Yeah, man, we can track the plane, man. You can track the plane online. That's how I was tracking certain celebrities' jets when they was running from the feds. I could see where the plane's going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta get the tail. You gotta get the tail.
Look here.
You gotta get the tail number.
I gotta get to these other calls. Just remember, man. Just remember now. You know, I think I know they was in Bermuda on Bermuda Gate. We can leave that alone. Talk to me one day.
Ooh,
Hold
la,
on.
la.
Let's go to the next call. Talking Heads.
Wow. That's interesting.
Talking Heads.
Yes, good afternoon, Naughty. Good afternoon, Bertie.
Hey, what's happening?
How you go?
Oh, I just want to make sure I was on. Yeah, man, everything all right, man. Hey, look, I mean, like y'all was saying, man, that stuff with that BPL bill thing, but putting ERCA out of commission and all that other stuff, I mean, that's some deep stuff, man. I mean, we can't sit back and allow that kind of thing to happen, man, gents. You know what I mean? I mean, we got to make some kind of move. We got to make some kind of stance. We got to make the government explain to us exactly how they come up with that ridiculous thing, right? But the point I wanted to mention is this. I had listened to one of Mr. Lang's show from last year, and apparently someone has been generating 30% of our electricity from last year sometime, right? Now, I mean, from then to now, it probably has increased. But when you see governments making these kind of moves that they're making right now, I mean, it's because they already have everything in place. This bill is just a formality. You know, that kind of way.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
that has to be done, all the decisions that have to be made has already been made.
The deal
But
done
we
cut.
can't-
That's what you're saying.
I didn't hear you.
The deal has already been cut. That's what
Yeah,
you're
man.
saying.
Yeah, man. Like I said before, I mean, people already generating power early.
Okay.
You understand where I come from? But the question is this, and this is what I hate. It seems as if, but because when I heard them bought those generators the other day, when they had traffic back up because it took so long to ride them over there, I say, wow, I said, wonder what our government plan on doing now. I mean, because they're improving the thing. And see, it seems as if whenever our government is planning on selling an entity or privatizing an entity, they just take the public taxpayers' money and improve the thing, right? And then sign it away or sell it for way less than it was worth before they even put the improvements on it. But I mean, come on, man. I mean, I know about you, Pearly, and I know about you, Naughty, right? But I mean, I tired of sitting back and just watching this government like making these stupid moves. You know, messing up our future our future and the future of the children, not even giving them a chance to grow up in the kind of Bahamas that we grew up in, because when they grow up in, I mean, it could be crazy, but we ain't doing nothing about it, man, and we know what they're doing is wrong, man, and I mean, these fellas wait for us, man. I mean, come on, man, Pearly, man, come on, man, no, we know.
Bahamians have to take a stand, and on
Yeah,
Wednesday
man,
morning,
yeah, man, but see,
go down in Rawson Square unless your voice be heard.
Yes, sir, Pearly, but see, but what it requires, though, it requires individuals who have a platform, or individuals who are influential to like make a move, because a common man like me come and say, let's go, ain't nobody coming behind me. But if other individuals who know other individuals who have some influence gets together and not only like just like organized, but just like numbers, but like papers and different information, and I mean,
Do it,
come
you know.
on, man.
People, we had Tada on I think it was Wednesday, and she spoke about advocacy and doing stuff like that. You had the leader of the opposition had a couple months ago had a demonstration downtown, and say people come out. You didn't have to be effing them to come out. If you ever care for your country, join these kind of things.
Yeah, but Pearly, I mean, I must admit that Michael Pentard has said one or two things that I like a little bit. But he's been in cabinet, right? And I mean, and you have to understand, he's the loyal or a loyal Majesty. His Majesty's opposition. You know what I mean? And the government is His Majesty's government. I don't understand how you could have opposition against yourself.
That's just the name.
You know what I mean? But like I say, Mom, but I'm serious.
Of it.
I didn't hear you.
That's just the pomp and pageantry of the
that's all it is, man. I mean, so no matter what, they working together. You know what I mean? But the bottom line is that the men in this country, man, Pearly, man, you know what I mean? We got to come together and say, I mean, how could we sit back and watch these men and women inside government making these decisions that we know is not in our best interest?
They make the decisions because we don't say or do nothing about it. We just sit
like
back and,
say, nah, man.
and allow it to happen and don't march on them.
Anyhow, like I say, man, but I always enjoy the show, and I always enjoy Naughty not afraid to talk about certain things, and I got to respect Naughty for that.
Yeah,
you know, that kind of way. And I mean, I know he still have to follow certain guidelines or whatever. He might be able to be, but I still like him.
As radical as you want him to be.
Yes, I still like him. I still like him tackling the tough issues and not being afraid to speak on things. And Pearly, I used to do a good job on the radio too.
Thank you.
All right, but like I say, but we can't sit back and allow individuals to mess up the country, man. But man, I mean, what the children say, what you do when they're doing this?
And that's why a lot of the young people today have no interest in politics, have no interest in stuff like that. They just want to make that money, go home and party and stuff, and they're not becoming more involved in what's going on in the country.
Yeah,
and
man,
what's
I mean,
happening
Pearly,
in
to
their
be honest with you, Pearly, you, Naughty, and a couple other people who I know, whatever, could come together. We could form a new party called a new PLP, People Loving People Party. you know, something. But I'm trying to say, man, I mean, and even if we only, or not that we, y'all, but even if y'all only like get together to say, well, like campaign on topics and issues to show people what they should be listening for, or even like just give them questions to ask the MP. I mean, even if it's just like I say before, exercise where you're trying to lift the intelligence of the people in terms of what they should look for in the MPs. But we can't sit back, man, Naughty and Pearly, man, and let this happen, man. I mean, come on, man, y'all, but it's too intelligent for this, man.
I got you. I hear you.
But like I say, much respect to y'all, and keep up the good work, gents.
Appreciate it, but have a good weekend. Stay blessed.
You too, man,
Be safe.
man. You too, Pearly.
All right, take time, bro.
All right, let me get a couple of these texts before we get to the rest of these calls.
Hold on, caller. We coming to you.
And boy, we got calls and we got texts. Just hang tight. Be coming your way. Naughty, 3 years with an unregulated BPL is ridiculous. Why is the government trying to circumvent IRCA? If this happens, that will be a step backwards for the country. I guess the new day means we going back to the Wild Wild West. Interesting. But it makes one ask the question, why is the government trying to circumvent IRCA? What's the necessity in all of this of basically
We're not getting an
making
explanation?
IRCA powerless in this regard?
Oh boy, that's like saying a woman wearing the pants.
The trickle-down effect of BPL, I ain't touching that one. The trickle-down effect of BPL raising their rates is that other businesses will raise their prices and will be paying more across the board. What a nightmare. I hope this bill isn't passed. We need IRCA to regulate any increases.
Well, you can hope all you want. They got 32 seats. That can pass. Because the whip will be on for that.
Naughty, do you know what the PM's topic will be when he talks to the port? He says
This Grand Bahama Port Authority.
he will say his part, but Fred would have his own spin. Well, you got to leave it up to them too.
Yeah.
Normally, I think on May 6th, the PM should go down to the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. He'll speak. And then probably on the 7th or 8th, Mr. Mitchell will come with a statement
That night.
contradicting what the PM said.
Yeah, probably so. A whole audio.
Naughty, I wonder what Anton will have to say, even though he have no clue about Freeport. Hope those persons in the West End and Bimini finally get some attention. That's what we want.
I
We got
heard
the
a caller.
attention
I
they
heard a
needed.
caller call. I think he called the White Show this morning and talking about ain't nothing changed in Grand Bahama since the election. The police still running drop guard. They ain't moving to the new building that was open. And they running drop guard. So that's what it's there.
Naughty, you know that word was a typo. But I still don't think you could identify with a small mind. Text her. Text me what hood you in, and let me and Pearly come down the weekend. And after I finish beat you with Invest and Domino, I think we could know that we can hang.
Brother, I born and grow up in Chippenham.
And I could play like this where we got to turn to Deuce of Clubs, okay? I ain't playing like this new school West. I playing old school West. Chuck hard card in your backyard. No diddy.
I grew up in Chippenham, so I don't know nothing but don't know. I know how to this to get rough up.
Don't let
get
this
rough up on Fort Charlie, get rough up to Harlem. I know about that.
Don't let this light skin and straight hair fool you, Dexter. All right? I'll duke you on the domino table. Boy. Don't play with me. Naughty tell Sparky they don't need fruit. They need Wi-Fi and tuition. People are taking children for conk. They're taking all of us for conk.
Beating us bad.
Naughty, they know they're gone, so they're trying to secure their future and their bag before they go. Who's they?
Ooh, I staying away from that one, Naughty. I rather listen to the call. I ain't getting in that one.
Great show as usual. The F&M elections will be interesting because if Pintard wins, the party will still be divided. Minish should take the gamble because during the general election, if Brave wins, Minish could put forth what he would have been a better choice. Okay. I mean, Minish proved he could lose. I ain't never proved he could win.
Well, he won in 17.
Man, that wasn't no win for him. Look, any Tom, Dick, and Harry in a goat in a red shirt would have won in 2017.
But considering the Prime Minister lost.
I mean, let's be honest.
Point.
But I mean, last time I checked, Minnie's popularity rating was 2 above the devil, 1 above Hitler. I don't know how it happened, but hey, if it happened, it happened.
We just have to look at the numbers and see how many people stayed home from the last January election. And that tells you.
Hold on. I hear Domino's buddy. Listen, you just trying to call him so you can block the game. I use the game blocker. You just want to sit there and drink all day for free and block the game.
Block. Oh, I block. No. I don't like. That's why I prefer to play hold your man. Then you got to play. You got to concentrate on that brother under you and make sure he don't get you.
Pearly and Naughty, I hope you are loving the black UBP.
It's amazing to say that the UBP is a party that folded 50 years ago. Why are we still talking about them? 50 years ago. 52 years ago. Why are we still talking about them? They're not relevant in this country anymore. And what is the black UBP?
I need an explanation enough for context.
What is the black UBP? Let's stop trying to play this race game and let's deal with what's going on with the country and deal with who running the country and deal with who messing up or who working good for the country. You worrying about the black UBP? Black UBP? Come on, man.
I didn't hear.
Let's get a little more mature than that.
I didn't hear, Pearly. Is the drop quote still being used in Grand Bahama?
I heard that today. Somebody said that today. Explain that. That's the black UBP DNA. Okay.
No man. And let me go to the phone line. Talking heads.
Oh, that caller. See, Naughty.
You got to call us back.
You take too long to talk to them, Naughty.
I got to give him a Texas too. Talking heads. Oh, I know what this is. This is a game certain entities like to play when you're getting plenty calls and texts. They like to busy your line out and then just hang up.
That's what it is, eh?
Yeah, I just call them the snore room because they're boring with this by now.
I got you.
Let's get to the next one. Talking Heads.
Yes, good morning to both of you, Cial and Johnson.
Hey, what's going on, Cial? Good afternoon, my brother.
Stranger. Hey, stranger, what's up?
What's happening? You good?
Yeah, tell Sparky I don't call as much as he do, but I only call when I have something to
You sure don't call as much as he
Sparky,
do?
listen to this very carefully, Sparky. I only speak when I have something to say. I don't speak just to say something.
Hey, I like that. Can I take that? Can I take that saying?
Yeah, you can have that.
Thank you, bro. What's up?
But, just two points. First of all, the correction. The BPL debt is closer to $2 billion that is needed to reboot BPL.
Okay.
Including the legacy debt and the infrastructure.
I was only talking about the legacy debt, and I think that's close to $600 million, correct?
Right. But the legacy debt is significant. Do you see what happens is the play on words. It's the same way. You remember when, for years, I kept telling you guys, there's about a $4 billion hole in the pension fund was paid that thing. Because I told you all when I first examined it, Michael Alcides almost convinced me that Robert came out of the hat the way he was juggling the budget.
Yeah.
So he's doing it again. He's doing it again. I double check myself to say, hey, you sure that Robert didn't come with that? Knowing better.
Okay.
But the point of that is that if you listen to them talk about the collapse of BPL has already collapsed. It's the biggest Ponzi scheme, one of the biggest Ponzi scheme we have going on here. That is all because no one wants to take responsibility for the position BPL has us in. So this whole scheme of right-sizing it is basically to try to, it's the same as backdooring the national debt by putting it directly into the pockets of individual. Now understand this, Warren McCartney said this is a policy decision. I wonder if the IRCA takes a verbal policy position or there is a printed one, because IRCA cannot surely take a verbal policy position. If there's a written policy position, I think it should be made available to the Bahamian people. I put to you that this is happenstance in the type of position they're taking, and we must find the truth. Remember, they said BPL is a generation transmission and distribution. The minister and the prime minister says we are not selling BPL. We're only selling distribution, transmission, and generation, transmission, and distribution. Isn't that exactly what BPL is?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we keeping? The name? And so the problem is that we have to understand we're in an energy-dependent global economy, and without energy, nothing functions. All energy prices is paid directly by the consumer. The biggest problem with that, though, is the number one consumers on the electricity is the major corporations in the lump sum. So you have to be very careful of them trying to extract another $2, $3, $4 million a month, even $5 million a month spread out across these corporate entities.
Yeah.
While simply trying to say, we're subsidizing some other people. If you have a strategy, put it on the table, let it be examined by the Bahamian people. But I want Bahamians to remember, if people go into Parliament and vote, these MPs remember how they voted, individually and collectively.
Yeah.
Like the Grand Bahama. The whole concept of Grand Bahama is a municipal government type environment. It's just being run by a company right now. So we have to have a conversation on how do we maintain the municipal governance, but remove the corporate aspect. I support the opposition position that we need new investors, new holders of the assets, who has the ability to develop the assets. But I'm one to support the municipal aspect of it, that regardless of the outcome of this, the government of the Bahamas should sever the municipal aspect, turn it over to the licensees, and maybe even to the regular people here, to the regular residents of Freeport, whether we have another election, because we get rid of this local government crap that we have here, which is symbolic emasculated. They remind me of my daughter. I used to tell her, "Hon, you can stay as late as you want, just be home by 7. You can wear whatever you want, as long as I buy it. You can drink whatever you want, as long as there's water." So we could actually have what is called real local government or municipal government, which is already in place in Freeport, and then you would move with the apparent conflict of the Port Authority governing themselves. And so they could focus on developing their assets, and if they don't meet certain benchmarks, they'll have to pay the taxes and everything. But this is a unique conversation for us to follow the intent of the Hawkesbury Creek Agreement, what's the vision for the Hawkesbury Creek Agreement. We don't have time to discuss it, but I hope one day we do very soon. And I'm simply saying, as Bahamians, keep your eyes on the fish. They have a lot of midgets with megaphones trying to distract you. Thank you so much.
All right, see, Alan, good stuff, man. Have a good weekend. Quick text right here. Naughty, does BPL have competition? Correct me if I'm wrong. Competition allows for us to choose the company with the best rates, right? So we don't have a choice or we won't have a choice.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, I mean, according to Deborah Deal in the papers yesterday, she did say that they're trying to streamline the distribution generation with solar and others. So what they may be doing is giving a company a contract to bring solar, and then BPL buy that energy from them. But that company's been saying, tell us be transparent, tell us what's going on, put it on the table. Say, this is what our plans are. This is how we're going to make BPL a better place. And let's move forward on it, man.
All right.
But this cloak and dye ain't working for me.
Pearly, the texters responded with the breakdown of the block UCP.
I will hear that.
All right. The sale of BPL is a way of getting rid of unions. But wasn't PLP and F&M supposed to be there for the people? That's the black UBP now, Naughty. We need foreigners to run this nation because there's no such thing as a Bahamian. You don't own the country or industries. You manage and work for pennies. I get your passion, Dexter, but I got to tell you, pump brakes on a couple of things right there. Whoa.
Dexter, you good.
Dexter.
I don't want to say what it's full of, but you good. You good. And let's take that call, man. You must be getting in trouble.
Talking heads. Let's get to the next one. Talking heads.
The impatience is amazing.
Talking heads.
Hey, good afternoon, Naughty. Good afternoon, Pearly. I hope you're doing well.
What's happening? What's going on, man?
Brother?
Right here. Listen, we keep having the same conversations over and over. Hey. Like Sparky say, all we do is talk. Naughty, Pearly,
too much.
I remember, I think almost 10 years or 12 years, I don't know how long ago, but there was a young man, I think his last name was a Monroe. He had gotten some funding, and he had aligned himself with this company out of Canada. And he was on Carlton. Carlton was at Guardian at the time. And the gentleman said, listen, we can have a solar plant set up here in between 12 to 18 months, and we can sell this electricity to BPL at a reduced cost, maybe 5-10 cents, whatever it is, anyhow. And BPL would resell it back. Will distribute it. And I said to Carlton, after I said, Carlton, that will never happen. So said, so done. I was listening to an interview with Mr. Robert Smith. I think he's said to be the richest black African American in the U.S. And he said, I just came from a vacation in the Bahamas, and I can't understand for the life of me why a country with almost 365 days of sunlight is spending almost $1 billion on fossil fuel. And I said, Mr. Smith, I can tell you why. Because there are few people who are controlling the narrative, and they have gone up, they've reached the top, and they've pushed down the ladder, and they don't seem to want to allow anybody else to get in. And so we need to dismantle BPL and dismantle everything and start over fresh. That's my take on it.
All right, man. I appreciate you chiming in. Good stuff. Have a good weekend. Let me get these last couple of texts before we go. Hey, Naughty, good afternoon, bro. I finally got time to catch the show live today. So first, some house cleaning. Shout out to Guardian Radio for the Guardian Radio Box link. We Bahamians abroad appreciate and are being able to tune in, especially here in Canada. Big up to Pearly for holding it down. He did a great job on Thursday. He's been doing an awesome job representing the brand.
Thank you.
And tell them children they should be eating aloe and washing it down with cod liver oil causing their mother to miss the show today. All right. There you go. Well, glad you enjoyed it, Canada. Good stuff, man. I appreciate you chiming in, man. And then we always got St. Pete chiming in. I got a shout out my mother. We got listeners in Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, New York. We even got some in Minnesota. I wonder how the Minnesota listeners be chiming in. But anyway, I know who they tune in for.
I think they have the app on their phone, My good, decent nephew.
Hey, text up. This is a good Naughty. Michael Pintard should make sure C. Alan Johnson is given a position front and center immediately after this F&M convention to communicate his idea and possible policy positions as he would come prepared not to only communicate with the public, but to defend and explain what, when, where, why, and how to whoever, etc. All right, here's another one. Howard, no. I'm the tall, slim, bright one. Howard is the not so slim, bright one.
Heavy set.
Yeah, but like what Pearlie said. And he wears scarves. I don't.
You need to go to the...
Naughty, I think the FNM would be smart to grab C. Allen and his wife, who seems to be a young but competent young lady, who also, like him, knows her stuff, including the various economic models needed for Bahamas for inclusion of the new and next generation of Bahamians. Well, I'm glad you're like C. Allen. We'll get him on.
He comes up with a lot. I've had some conversations with him really deep, and he does his homework. He ain't talking what he believes. He's talking what he's studied, what he's known. He's got the facts. And I appreciate having conversations with the good man.
Text to say, Pearlie, I got you. I got you, Pearlie, with the Black UBP. Go have a great weekend, Texter.
Enjoy your weekend, Texter.
We'll take a break, then get to the news. We're talking sports at 5 o'clock. You're all full of beans today, boy.
Are you ready for the best of the best? Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group, Up for Sound Promotion, and Guardian Radio presents the best of the best Rake and Script Explosion Concert. Mark your calendars for May 11th as Super Club Breezes grounds ignite with Bahamian talent featuring KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, The Brylanders, Avi, Elon Moxie, and Shine 242. Join the Falcons, Iron Store, Dovi Pierre, Johnny Cake, Mama D, Nishi LS, Pat Ramis, Stevie S, and Shad Colley and the VIPs for an electrifying night of music and culture. Tickets are flying, so grab yours now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road. This is the event of the year. The best of the best Rake and Scrape Explosion at Breezes Resorts. Gates open at 6 p.m. Don't miss out on the Bahamian Magic.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Nice to meet you, Jazz. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm an independent 27-year-old manager who wants her own home with her own rules.
Sounds good. I'll help you get there.
We see you, the go-getter, with big plans, and we've been keeping you in mind. Follow your goal home with a mortgage from CIBC Caribbean, and don't bother about your home insurance, as we'll help with that and more. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more info. Conditions apply.
Make Mother's Day one to remember with a delightful Mother's Day brunch valued at $300 courtesy of Haagen-Dazs and Fun Foods Wholesale. It's simple. Just head over to Lickety Split or Super Value locations and purchase a pint of your favorite Haagen-Dazs ice cream for just $8.99. After purchasing, don't forget to write your full name and number on the back of your receipt and drop it into any entry box at the store. You're now in the running for our grand prize drawing, taking place on May 10th. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Happy Mother's Day from Haagen-Dazs. Promotion ends May 8th.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, ESC Distributors Limited, Fine Threads, First Caribbean Bank, Fun Foods Wholesale, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, the National Insurance Board, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Tropical Gyros, and the World Athletics World Relays.
We're back at you on the Friday, April 26th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Nolini Company along with Pearlie right up until 6 p.m. Talking sports in this 5 o'clock hour. So, yeah, great first hour. Everybody who chimed in, who called in, who texted in, good stuff. But now we're going to turn to sports. And Pearlie, let's jump right into it, man.
I know what you want to jump.
We got to talk about the NFL draft yesterday, brother.
What happened to today in sports history, buddy?
Man, I say we got to jump right into it, man.
Okay.
Anyway, we can do it just for you. Oh, Lord.
Not me, because you know the text coming.
Yeah, I know. So I'll pull it up right now.
You know the text coming. You know people can say, "What happened today? It's this week. We ain't hear that."
Oh, Lord.
You know, and you got some people who just love it.
They spoil them.
We do that. We rotten. We spoil them.
On this day in sports history, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. Don't forget happy hour, 5 to 7 right there at Naughty Johnny's each and every Wednesday and Friday. Be sure to check them out. Great highball specials, great food specials. Well worth the trip out there to the Old Fort Shopping Plaza. On this day, April 26, 1912, Hugh Bradley of the Boston Red Sox hit the first home run in Fenway Park history. 1952, Patty Berg set a new record for major women's golf competition when she shot a 64 over 18 holes in a tournament in Richmond, California. 1964, the Boston Celtics won their 6th consecutive NBA title. They won 2 more before the streak came to an end. 1966, Red Auerbach retired as head coach of the Boston Celtics. 1988, the NBA approved the addition of a 3rd referee for the 1988-89 season. 1995, in Denver, Colorado, Coors Field officially opened. The Rockies beat the New York Mets 11-9 in 14 innings. 1997, Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins played what was billed as his last NHL game. He later came out of retirement to play for the Penguins as an owner-player. 2000, Charles Wang and Sanjay Kumar purchased the NHL's New York Islanders. Sports quote of the day: the best and fastest way to learn a sport is to watch and imitate a champion. Jean-Claude Keely.
Interesting.
There you go. And that's a wrap on today in sports history, all brought to you, of course, by Naughty Johnny's. And now, like I said, let's check out the local scene real quick as we go into the weekend. All brought to you, of course, by Burger King Nassau. And don't forget, man, that are home of the Whopper. When last you had a good Whopper? You love yourself with a Whopper.
Don't tempt me.
There you go. Stadium ready for the relays. Facility handed over to the LOC just about a week ago. The local organizing committee? Down the same one from Carifta, though.
I don't know. Because I want to hear how much money spent on this one.
Boy. You got to keep an eye out on that one. Stubbs wins gold at Penn Relays. Chasha Stubbs continues to soar to new heights in the javelin. The 11th grader at Queens College, still just 16 years old, won the high school girls javelin competition at the 128th running of the Penn Relays at historic Franklin Field on the University of Pennsylvania's campus in Philadelphia. 60-degree weather, and she did her thing, man. There you go. We got another. Listen, I hear the field events in our track and field team now is like the strong point. The jumpers and the throwers?
The jumpers are doing really well. Well, QC, I think, came second in the 4x4 or something like that. SAC did well in the 4x1. But, that's tough. That's 100 and some schools participating.
Yeah, I mean, it's 173 schools participating in it, if I'm not mistaken. And off to judo, Bahamian judoka Xavier Johnson finished tied for 5th at the 2024 Pan American Oceania Judo Championships at Carico Arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So that's not a bad showing, man. We got potential in judo as well. I like it. Good stuff. Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Talking heads.
Naughty Pearly, what's happening?
What's happening? Mystery, what's going on?
Hey, yeah. So, Naughty, you near Pearly?
We sitting in the studio together.
You on arm's length?
No Diddy, but yeah.
Check his temperature for me, please.
I ain't touching him.
What you want to check my temperature
you
for?
You come check it yourself. I don't open with no Diddy, but you still want me when you check your temperature?
Your mouth hard because you get one little win, your mouth hard. Listen, I don't know my lake is gone. I know that. I ain't worried about that.
Let me just ask Pearly a question.
Anything.
Hold on, let me get my pillow. Let me lay down for a minute. Hold on.
Hey,
wow.
I know I can fall asleep.
Wow.
What happened last night?
What happened last night? D'Lo ain't score a pocket. What happened last night? Hachimura scored 5 points. What happened last night? D'Lo looked like he disconnected himself from the team. That's what happened last night. I ain't blaming LeBron. I ain't blaming AD. I ain't blaming Reeves. They did their part. Dinwiddie did his part. Prince came off the bench and did his part. So, it is what it is. You know what? I'm about to hang up on you, buddy.
That's it?
You asked me what happened and you were fall asleep on me. What you want me to tell you? Lakers got beat. Lakers about to get sweep. Yes.
Okay.
I said it. You happy?
I just wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. Now I will hear from Noddy. Oh, that's still your team, Noddy.
Yes, but I have a song I'd like to sing for this occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on, let me get it right. My finger hit it.
Come here, stand over here.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
LeBron away.
Mystery, your mouth hard. You get one win in Boston. I hope you don't get sweep in Miami. That's all I have to say.
Mystery.
I don't want to talk to you Monday morning and be quiet.
I only want you to be here, whether it's Monday or Tuesday, when it's officially time for me to say, I told you so.
Yep.
I want you to be here for the I told you so episode.
I can tell you this, Mystery. I don't have a problem with Noddy's one I tell you so, but I'm going to tell you this. We can be right here in 2030 and the Lakers still ain't going to be making the playoffs when they get rid of LeBron and when they get rid of AD. He's willing.
Making the playoffs now.
He's willing. At least they're making it, barely. But hold on.
I don't think LeBron going to give them an opportunity to get rid of him. He's going to get rid of himself.
Fine.
Good.
I don't have a problem with that. I want him gone. But you see, listen to Noddy now. I'm making sure he says certain things.
LeBron destiny is in his own hands.
I want him to say certain things.
Let me say
so
this.
in 2027 and 2029, when the Lakers still ain't make the playoffs and he ain't got a crappy team, I want his
you can let me speak?
Ja Rastafari, man.
Let me speak on this.
Go ahead, brother.
I have watched the Lakers not make the playoffs year one of LeBron. Win championship year two. Go in as the 9th or the 10th seed playing game and lose, get eliminated. Then not make the playoffs. Then make it as a 9th seed and make it to the Western Conference Final. Eliminated, swept by Denver. Now made it in on the play-in again as an 8th seed. Going to get swept by Denver again.
How long you been a Laker fan?
All my life.
What is all your life? How long? What is the first player in the Lakers you know about?
The first player in the Lakers I know about?
Who you watch play?
Who I watch play? I'll tell you. I watched Urban Magic Johnson.
Okay, so
from
1980.
Yeah, but like you could hear my pedigree now. Mike McGee, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, Mark Landsberger. Remember Landsberger, white boy who Dr.
No, I ain't running from that.
I know my Lakers.
No.
Let me finish.
That man sound like he know the team.
Let me finish, Pearly.
That man sound like he know the Lakers.
If we jettison LeBron and we jettison AD, between the money that we'll save and the picks we'll get from AD.
What picks?
You can trade him for picks.
What picks? From who to where? Who to what? What you can get?
Whoever we trade him for, we'll get picks.
See,
Purdy.
You judging us off emotions.
No, Purdy. If you trade, you're the emotional one because obviously, if AD gets traded, you're going to get trade
I just want to ask Pearly one question.
Yes, sir.
Before y'all carry.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's time now to announce the benediction on the Lakers?
Listen to me. I am a realist when it comes to pulling for them.
Or no?
Listen to me carefully. I'm a realist. The Lakers done. The Lakers stick a fork in them, do the benediction, do the last rites, throw the holy water, the oil, everything on them. The Lakers done for the 2024 season.
To the point I was making. With that money moved and LeBron gone and picks we get from AD, we could put a young squad together and we could still be fighting for the 8th, 9th, or 10th spot in the West. What we doing now? And
hold on. But you ain't happy with the 8th, 9th, or 10th spot, so you can be happy with that without LeBron? Without AD?
Because of expectations.
So how soon before you get upset when the Lakers don't make the playoffs or get set on the same
I will stand right here and give you a moment. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Because see, I know the Lakers from Bill Chamberlain time when Bill Russell used to get on.
If you and Methuselah was fucking
no. I was a little boy.
That ain't my fault.
I was a little boy that used to watch basketball Friday nights, 11:30 tape delay on CBS.
Okay.
All right. Now I watched the Lakers with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar get swept by Bill Walton, get embarrassed by Bill Walton. Then Magic came. I watched when Magic left and Eddie Jones come to be getting embarrassed.
Who swept Kareem?
Portland Trailblazers. Might have been the sweep, but they beat us bad.
That's actually one of you
might have been the sweep, but they beat us bad.
Your veteran years are starting to show right there.
We got, but it was an embarrassing. The Carrot Top embarrassed us and beat us.
All right.
And so you ain't understand, but you wouldn't know much about that. Then Eddie Jones,
prior
to Eddie Jones, then we became a lottery team to get Eddie Jones. A lottery team. And we built up, remember, it's down and out. before Kobe.
You preaching to me because you had all the Vladdy Divac, Elvin Campbell,
so
and
my
all
whole
them,
thing is,
and
no.
they had to trade them to get Kobe, and they had to
going
bring
through
in
the
Travis,
same,
free
going through
agent.
the same thing we going through now. I tired of going through that.
And to your point, Pearly, when we got Eddie Jones, he went along with Nick Van Exel. He also went along with Elvin Campbell. He also went along with old boy out of Mills, out of Arizona. He also went on with Vladdy Divac.
Your point.
That team got better every year under Del Harris. It got to the point where they went to a Western Conference final and got housed. And the next year, Jerry West said, you know what? This rebuild is progressing. Now we got to swing for the fences. Let me go get Shaq. Oh, my God. And who's this kid in the McDonald's All-American by the name of Kobe Bean Bryant from Lower Merion, Pennsylvania? He will be a Laker one day, too. And that team progressed, and they got rid of Del Harris. They brought in Phil Jackson. They added Ricky Fox in free agency. They brought in Brian Shaw and Ron Harper, and the rest is history.
And then Kobe left, and what happened?
Kobe never left.
When Kobe retired, what happened?
Rites of passage, like everything.
My whole thing, see, I don't have a problem with you saying no. I'm good with it.
But
fine.
you witnessed me.
All I'm asking you is, how long you, let's just say LeBron and AD leaves this year, 2024, 2025. They leave by 2025. How long before you start getting upset when we making the playoffs for 5 years in a row?
At least 4 years, because it can take me 2 years to just finish partying over LeBron and AD being gone.
You ain't going to take 4 years to cut it. You're not going to accept 4 years.
Maybe you're right.
You're not going to accept it.
Maybe
And
we'll
see,
have
the
to
thing about
address
this,
that here later on.
I don't
moment.
understand why you making all this noise, because all your teams doing the same thing the Lakers doing. Mediocre, halfway through playoffs, and ain't going
Just
nowhere.
coming from a Dolphin and a choking Dodger.
But
oh
listen,
my God!
No,
The irony.
hold on.
Let me check my own pulse.
No.
Let me check my
Ain't no
own
irony.
pulse.
There's no irony there, because I'm not carrying them on, but getting rid of LeBron.
Hold on.
You the one all out to get rid of
you
LeBron.
know-
Are you all out to get rid of Doc? Are you all out to get rid of Judge?
Well, maybe not Judge, but possibly that. Now, here's this. Let me break this conversation down to you based on what you just said as a Dolphin.
All right, Kornizer.
You drink the 40 ounce of Hoghead. I drink the 40 ounce of Jack.
Gilbey's.
You drink the 40 ounce of Gilbey. I drink the 40 ounce of Jack.
Preferably Absolute.
The two of us just drink, so shut up.
No, I
That's
don't
what I'm
drink.
saying.
I don't drink.
You ain't no better than me, is what I saying.
No, in this argument, you are the one fighting to get rid of LeBron, and you're prepared to accept mediocrity for the next 5 or 6 years. And I'm telling you, the Lakers will not make it to the NBA championship or the Western Conference Final before 2030.
How about this one?
This Jeff.
Please
Correct.
ask Pearly, how long does he expect LeBron to play? As long as he's been watching the Lakers?
Understand. No, I want y'all to understand clearly what I'm saying. I don't want LeBron in LA. I never want. I'm on the same boat with Naughty when we brought LeBron there. I'm saying that. I'm not defending LeBron. All I'm saying is, I'm not putting the loss of this on LeBron like Naughty is. This D'Lo, this Hachimura, and this the rest of the role players who've not done their job.
Pearly, you cannot
win a championship. You cannot win a championship without your role players. You cannot win a championship without some.
But listen to this. You didn't hear this.
You got two players producing and the rest ain't doing crap.
Let me show you how people ready to jump on Laker Nation. How long does Pearly expect LeBron to play, even if he stays?
I wish he go this year. I want him gone.
Let me finish. Read this. Gotta start rebuilding sometime. Asking for Wemby.
Wemby
That
would
means
never.
that means that's a Spur fan, you see?
Wemby would never be in LA because the Spurs would be crazy to let that brother go. That brother is the future.
No. I think that they throw in those shade.
I know
like
they throw in
Spurs
shade.
fans.
That sounds like a certain lady good friend of yours, lady friend of mine's, wife of yours, who might be throwing that shade at me. Who's a Spur fan?
Yeah, boy.
You know, but the bottom line.
I knew we was in problems when I saw the Ginobili and Tony Parker jerseys come back up.
Lord of mercy. Let me
Only because she looks sexy in them, that's why I don't complain.
Let me be perfectly clear here. I want everybody to understand where I'm coming from. I want LeBron out of LA. I never wanted him in LA. I was never a fan of LeBron. As great as Michael Jordan was, I never was a fan of his. I'm a Kobe Bean Bryant, a Magic Johnson, a Will Chamberlain fan. That's who I pull for. That's who I love in basketball. That's who I adore in basketball.
No Swan Nader? Or Chuck Nevitt?
No.
See, I'm a Laker too.
No. They were role players. Role players.
Speaking of role players, one time for Big Bob, Robert Horry. Time role player.
That's the point I'm raising. Role players have produced for championship teams. Your two superstars have given you what you asked them to give me, my 20, 30 points. They've given you that. Your role players have not produced. Hachimura has not given us 10 points in 3 games.
And why are we at role players? Because we had to trade out a lot of players.
No, role players. Every team, role players produce. Every team.
Let's get these scores real quick. I agree, role players produce on every team. Talking heads.
I guess I talk too much.
Let's
for
get
that
to the
player.
next one.
I do apologize.
Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Marv. Hey, Marv.
Yeah, Naughty. Yeah, see what the problem is? LeBron then buying out, man. 21 years, then buying him out, man. He afford to spend $1 million on that body, man. That body then finished, man. He missing too much shots and thing, and he ain't no clutch shooter no more. Like back in his first 5 years.
So what you saying is tired body LeBron out of season is what you saying?
Yeah, he didn't finish, man. That's 21 years and buying him out. And then, hey, what y'all bring David Eady that team for, man? But he don't do nothing.
Exactly. That's the point I'm raising. Exactly.
I started watching him with the Lakers.
Exactly. Hachimura, we fighting to keep Hachimura, and he's getting lost in the playoffs again.
Yeah,
we fighting to bring D'Lo, and he getting lost in the play. If Hachimura had scored his 10 points, 12 points a game. If D'Lo had scored his points yesterday, we would have been 2-1 right now.
And if Miami had different plumbing, she'd be my uncle.
That's only
That's
two
a
letters.
big word, if.
They're only 2 letters, but the biggest word in the dictionary.
And to quote you, that's why Chris Berman always says, that's why you play the game.
And that's the point I'm raising. We played the game, and who's supposed to play the game have not delivered.
That's right. Because Russell giving you 30 points one night and then 0 points the next
Zero last night. Not engaging in the timeouts. Bailey disconnect himself from the team. Go. Time for you to go too. Send LeBron. Send AD.
Gavin Army. He got to go. He ain't a good coach.
He got to go too.
Gots to go. So we can do it. Let's do it right. Let's get rid of AD. Let's get rid of LeBron. Let's get rid of Dinwiddie. Let's get rid of D'Lo. Let's get rid of
Vincent, who ain't played a lick for us.
No, now Vincent, I'm willing to give him another year because he got injured. He did not play because of injury. And he has proven himself when he played for the Miami Heat. The Heat would love to get him back today.
Yeah, I know, like that performance what he do in the finals last year and in the playoff, if he could get back to that, he'll be in shape.
And so, I don't understand when the man only played 4 or 5 games all year. Got no win. The win is got no win in his chest. And you bringing him to play and putting him in the fourth quarter. And now I understand why How might have do that because D'Lo look like he disconnect. Go, see you later. Go play something else.
He gone invisible. D'Lo gone invisible.
Come on, man. You did nah.
Yeah, but hey, what? And then it's saying mental. When you win a team and beat you 11 straight times, you all see Reeves last night and say, man, they just could beat us. We just can't beat them. They have our number.
For now, but it happens. Detroit used to have Chicago number for the longest, and then they got over the hump.
Yeah, Jordan couldn't get it. Jordan even didn't want to shake. He on and all we used to get beat so bad. He didn't want to shake. He used to go straight in the locker room.
All right.
Dead on.
And Joe Dumas, they used to call Joe Dumas the Jordan stopper.
Yeah.
So they went through it. So you have to go through this. But, the point is we getting rid of LeBron and all that. There might be 15 or 16 in a row after they go because we ain't going to beat them no more. That team too good.
Yeah, that's good. And I hate them. If I want y'all beat, y'all got to get at least one game tomorrow night, man. I don't want Denver to repeat.
One game only get delayed. Only can prolong the misery. That's only going. Let's get it over with. Let's go home so I can concentrate on my Dodgers.
All right, then.
And get ready for football.
Have a safe weekend, man.
All right, brother.
Link up.
Take care,
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, man. Let's get to the next line. Talking heads. What's happening?
I tried to call back on this month, but y'all wouldn't let the line go.
Hello? You got cut out? What happened?
Sparky, we just lost you, Sparky. Check your phone, man. I think you might be low on minutes. You dropped there. All right. So,
we go back to what's going on in LA. Like I said, I'll say it one more time. I have no problem with LeBron going. I want him out of there. I didn't want him in LA, period. I was cool with AD being there, but I always had this in back of my head, something ain't gonna be right with him. It had me have false hope in the championship in 2020, worrying about that and all that, but ain't nothing happening, man. Ain't nothing happening. And all this tells me is we're gonna be in purgatory for the next 5 years, maybe longer.
You got to start rebuilding sometime, though, Purdy. At some point, you got to rebuild.
I agree. But how long you want this beating to happen? That's all I'm saying.
Man, listen, we getting beat now with little or no championships.
And you know something? I'm almost willing to bet with a different head coach, we might have done better. And I'm sending a call to Jeannie, right? I'm sending a call to the Lakers right now. Go get Rondo. Let's bring him in and I rather let him make his mistakes as a rookie head coach.
Hold on, Rondo may slap a couple players though.
That's all right. That's fine with me. At least he'd slap him to get their act together.
Yeah, you wouldn't slap him in a bad way.
No. Get your act together and play basketball.
1 or 2 you are getting slapped for sure. Let's go back to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Good afternoon. What's up?
Hey, bro.
Hey, man, Bailey, you say Naughty wouldn't take no credit for the Lakers for 4 years?
Naughty ain't listen to Naughty talking right now. You see in 2 years Naughty gonna be mad.
No, stop. I sat for 6 years after Kobe and took Michigan. So don't play with me.
Naughty wouldn't take that credit for 4 years so the Lakers, rebel?
He can make noise just how he make noise when he was getting beat when Kobe after Kobe retired.
After this. And Naughty's taking credit from the Cowboys for 20 years now. I go on and I won.
Boy, look at that. And you've been taking cut skin from your mom and your gal for the last 30 years.
Cut. Naughty, you get low there now. Come on.
No, I can get low because
he's probably a chief fan. He's probably a chief fan.
No. That reeks of Shigo. That reeks of Philadelphia Shigo.
That's an Eagle fan.
Or 49er.
Oh, okay.
It's them said who stuck their tail between the man JJ and keep it moving.
I got you.
Yeah, man. Why you think he hung up the phone and gone?
Because he messing with you,
Because he ain't want no retort. He know
you can retort because you have the last say.
Exactly.
All right.
You need to, you know what though? I need the last caller. Do me a favor. Go online. You could probably Google it because I think the link's still up there. Or if not, call me back Monday. All right? And it's a video I put out years ago. How to be an effective talk show trash talker and caller. And you check that out and then call me Monday once you get it. And then you can holler at your boy and then maybe he'll bring a little something better than that. Than tucking tail and
Naughty, any surprises in the NFL draft? I was surprised Atlanta took Penix.
That's the big surprise right there. That's what everybody's
I haven't
talking
spoken
about.
to my son is a huge Falcon fan. I haven't spoken to him about it yet. I tend to talk to him over the weekend about it.
Okay, let me get this out of the way because, Canada done bombarding us now. Pick up the Winnipeg Jets on their playoff run. Yes.
Canada, you need to send some Tim Horton coffee. That's all I got to say.
I will pick up, let me give you a little story there, Canada. All right, Canada, since you're listening about Winnipeg. You think I don't know about the Winnipeg Jets? Let me tell you about the Winnipeg Jets. When I was a little naughty one, my Aunt Ruthie, all right, who married Sam Cato from Winnipeg, Canada, all right? And my Aunt Ruthie, she married him. They moved to Winnipeg. And for years, I would get my Winnipeg Jets and my Winnipeg Blue Bombers jerseys year after year after year.
Oh, boy.
When I turned 9, I say, Aunt Ruthie, could you please send me a Wayne Gretzky jersey?
Oh, you got cursed
She cut
out.
me off.
I would cut you.
I had to call her back and tell her she make the best Wilkes stew in the history of Wilkes stew, and then I got my Gretzky
Do you know
jersey.
how serious Canadians take hockey?
Yeah, but I just wanted the text to know. I know about the Winnipeg Jets. So
but
I
he
could
was an
pick them up.
Edmonton Oiler. And Edmonton and Winnipeg Jets, Edmonton Oilers don't
Big
see eye to
rivalry.
eye.
Big rivalry. Yeah, big
And
rivalry.
you're going to ask him for the hated rival jersey?
Because I knew greatness when I saw
Well,
it.
she might have got put out of Winnipeg if she tried by that.
Well, she had to wait till she went, must see out of Winnipeg, traveling somewhere else to get it.
Fly
and send
into
it.
Toronto
But
or someplace,
Yeah. She sent it that way.
I always tell people the story that Minnesota, anybody up there at Coley love hockey. Minnesota has the largest high school hockey tournament in the whole United States. That's how crazy the people go over hockey. And you can tell a Winnipeg Jay to send an Edmonton Oilers jersey. Go right ahead, brother.
Yeah, well, that was me, and I had I still got the Gretzky jersey.
You sure did get okay. All right.
You know.
Okay. But I was surprised Atlanta took Penix Jr. I thought it was
That
kind
was
of
the
cool.
big surprise in the draft, but a lot of people making noise. Oh, well, they signed Kirk Cousins. Hold on now.
They had a conversation.
Kirk Cousins is long in the tooth. He's coming off an Achilles, and they just signed him to a 2-year deal.
Right.
Kirk Cousins and his people could get mad as they want. Atlanta has every right to draft who they want, including his replacement, if they found value for it at the number 8 pick. So I don't have a problem with that. But I think that was the biggest surprise of the night.
I thought the Miami pick surprised me.
Maybe McCarthy to the Vikings too was a
McCarthy.
surprise.
They tried to get Justin Herbert. They tried to pull a trade off for Justin Herbert.
Yeah, they were trying for Justin Herbert. That was the big deal right there that I saw.
Yeah, they tried to do that, and then so they wanted McCarthy, and they got who they were after.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, there was a lot of surprises in that draft yesterday, Pearly.
It was.
And when you look at it, with the surprises that were made, it opens up for today for a lot of quality players that should have been first round fringe players to drop into the second round.
Yeah, you should be able to get some. You should be able to get some pretty good picks. But what I saw, I was confused by Miami going. They went to linebacker University, Penn State, and got a linebacker. Chop. I can't remember his last name.
Chop Robinson. He's like a poor man's version of Micah.
Yeah. And so I don't know if it's gonna. Some people are questioning the pick. He's hugely athletic. He's very fast.
He's a freak.
So people say, why are you picking him? And you already got three. With picking up Shaq Barrett, you got 3 edge rushes, but 2 of them coming off injuries, and we don't know how effective they're going to be. So, and it'd be interesting to see that you got these studs going after the offensive lineman for the first, second, and third quarter. Then you bring Chop Robinson in there for the fourth quarter at all that speed. Oh my goodness, that could be something wonderful in Miami. So we'll see what happens.
They ain't playing him in just the fourth quarter.
No, I'm just saying the speed he got.
He could be part of that rotation.
The speed he brings. So 7:00 tonight is round 2 and 3. So that's going to be interesting to see. And then on Saturday, rounds 4 to 7. So 7:00 tonight on ESPN, and then 4 to 7 on ESPN on Saturday. There's a lot of projected first round picks who to drop to the second round who would be good steals for a lot of teams. So I'm anxious to see what happens in Miami. I'm anxious to see what Dallas does. I'm anxious to see what I see Buffalo has quietly stocked up a couple of picks. They made a trade with Kansas City and then they made a trade with Carolina. So they picked up some extra picks in the later rounds. It'll be interesting to see what happens with them. I was surprised. I think where did Bauer go? The Georgia tight end.
He went to the Raiders. The Raiders got Myers from last year, Notre Dame, big time tight end.
Yeah.
And now they got Bowers. They got a twin monster.
Twin. And then I liked what Chicago did, picking up Caleb Williams, and then on the 9th pick picking Nduke, or that's how I pronounce his name, the wide receiver.
Not Nduke.
Not Nduke. That's not the wide receiver. They picked up the wide receiver out of Atlanta, is it? Out of Georgia or Alabama?
Who are you talking about now?
Atlanta. Chicago's number 9. Chicago got 2 first round picks. Odunez. I know it's something like that. And Odunez are the funny names, man. Forgive me, people.
Oduns or Odunzi, however you pronounce
something like that, yeah. So they actually wanted him. I was hearing that the some of the fellas in the Chicago room was trying to stop the general manager because he wanted to make him move the trade up for it and told him to be patient. He's going to fall in their lap, and he fell in their lap. So they got a good young quarterback and a good young wide receiver to grow together in Chicago. Now, whether they screwed it up like they did with Justin Fields, we'll see.
But Chicago's kind of snake bit. But I think Caleb Williams is in a better position to succeed than Justin Fields was. You walk in, you got DeAndre Swift, Rashawn Johnson at the running back position. You got Komet at the tight end position. You come in with old boy who just came over from the Chargers.
Yeah. I know you're talking. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
You had DJ Moore from last year.
Yeah.
And now you go ahead and you draft accordingly.
Playoff team next year? Playoff team? Or just
you got a
playoff team or up to the middle of the pack team?
Middle of the pack team.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Middle of the pack team. I can't say they may make the playoffs as a wild card.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to jump and win the division right away.
All right, we'll see. I don't think they make the playoffs this year. I don't think so. I think you'll see some improvement. I don't see a playoff team this year.
So they put themselves in a good position.
Because if you look at the NFC, you got San Francisco still be a pretty good team. You got some other teams coming up that coming up the ranks that are going to be pretty good teams. So I don't see them overtaking anybody just yet. Green Bay is going to be a really good team.
Green Bay is young and they're going to be talented.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if they're gonna move that fast yet. So my prediction: middle of the pack, miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I think they got one more year, but they'll still get another good draft pick next year.
But I
don't think they'll be bottom of the barrel either.
No, we looked at Houston last year and think there wasn't gonna be a team, and CJ Stroud did a lot of good stuff for them. So it could be a repeat performance with Chicago. We'll see.
We shall. Now, Purdy, we got to get to the picks in short order because then we got to take a break. And when we get to the break, we got Rich Eisen taking us home. He's breaking down the whole first round of the draft yesterday, including Michael Penix, number 8 to Atlanta.
I like how Yamamoto, the game he pitched last night was really good. Took a line shot at his face and caught it. I thought I may have sent you the video on that. Or if you go on my status, you'll see it.
Okay.
Awesome play. So beat the Nationals 2-1 last night.
All right. So what's the Dodgers record now?
We're in first place. That's all that matters.
Oh, okay.
We're in first place. That's all that matters. You want to compare to what the Dodgers are doing to what your New York
So
Yankees
what,
are doing.
my 17-9 New York Yankees are doing?
Yeah, who y'all beat though? Who y'all beating? Y'all ain't play Baltimore yet. Y'all in second place though.
No, we're in first place.
Percentage-wise,
We are tied for first place.
Percentage-wise, players end of the day, y'all come second.
No, we wouldn't play. We wouldn't come second.
Baltimore is a 6.67 percentage, and y'all have a 6.54. Y'all would come second.
Okay,
That's fair enough.
that's fair enough. But
That's fair enough.
I'm checking my percent. Our Yankee percentage is still better than that 16-11 Dodger percentage.
Yeah, but the difference is that the playoffs end of the day, we can be hosting, y'all gonna be on the road.
Yeah, and then y'all do your usual foolishness, lose to like the 14-14 Padres.
But what happened to the Yankees last year? No,
It doesn't matter what happened to the Yankees last year. How about that?
It doesn't matter.
What happened to the Dodgers last year?
It doesn't matter what happened to the Dodgers last year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Roberts cooked up them chicken wings again.
That
and
over.
choked the team
That
again.
over. See, you've been talking to Jeff too much, but that over.
Yeah.
This is a new day, a new year. Let's rephrase that. This is a new year.
Well, I just want to let you know that if the playoffs started in the National League, the Dodgers would be the 3rd seed, just so you know.
That's what we still be hosting the game.
That's okay. It doesn't matter.
All right, we'll still be hosting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't bother me. We'll be all right. We'll be quite fine. Because at the end of the day, by the All-Star break, we'll have the best record in baseball. See, the difference is this same record you see right here is what we had last year. The same record right here. Maybe a game above.
But what should scare you is the record that we got right now, we didn't have last year.
Yeah, but y'all always come out the gun shooting fast and tell Judge hit us. I go on the tell Judge jam his foot on the home run wall.
27 times we've come out the gate like that. Hey, 27 times.
What have you done for me lately?
27 is
When
27.
when have you done it lately?
If you dated Holly Berry in kindergarten, junior high
You still
school,
dated
high
her?
school, college, or yesterday, you dated Holly Berry, bro.
Oh, that's how it go. That's
how it
your
goes.
rationale.
It don't matter when you got one. You just got one. You got it.
All right, no problem.
I'm just saying.
No problem.
So for all of y'all, see, that always just put the next on all y'all. And you're coming. Then
Now,
you got it.
when I bring up my undefeated season, you're going to say to me, because when you had undefeated season last year, this year, or 10 years ago, 30 years, you said I only
I
give an
can't say
undefeated
nothing
season.
because y'all is the only one who got that since
All
the
right,
hundred
then.
was a hammer.
All right, okay then. But we still had it, right? No matter what. Same difference.
Y'all had it from before me, Holly, and Mr. Producer was born.
That's all right. We still got it.
Heck, y'all almost had it before you was born.
No. I watched that.
Black and white?
Actually, yeah, black and white. Actually, yeah, black and white.
All right, let's get these picks in. Let's get to the break, and we'll let Rich Eisen take us home. 3 big games in the NBA tonight, all brought to you, of course, by the Island Game and the Island Game Sportsbook. All right, simply log on to theislandgame.com, and they always encourage you to play responsibly. But obviously, you got many ways to play, many ways to win. Got the Bucks plus 6.5 against the Pacers. No Middleton tonight. I like the Pacers to win this one at home by the money line, though, Pearly.
Listen.
I don't know if they can win by 6.5 tonight.
Bucks get the 2 best players, so they could be in problems. They might beat them by more than 6.5 since Middleton and
I'd rather be
Giannis
safe
out.
than sorry, man.
I'm taking the points.
All right, you got the Clippers plus 4 on the road against the Mavericks.
I'm taking the Mavericks and the points.
I like Mavericks by 4 points in this one tonight.
I like
too.
them in the points, yeah.
You got the Suns minus 5 at home against the Timberwolves. I like the Timberwolves plus the 5 points.
Me too. I'll go with that.
I like them.
I'll go with that.
And if you want a little Saturday preview, a little Saturday bonus, you got.
Yeah, let's talk because I really want to say what I have to say.
I like the Magic by 2 over the Cavaliers at home.
Okay. No, I actually.
That series could be 2-2.
I think the Magic scored all their points last night. I think it's
That series could be 2-2. Orlando
3-1.
plays tough in Orlando.
I'm going with the Cavaliers.
I like the Thunder on the road by 1 point over the Pelicans.
I like the Thunder, yeah.
I like the Celtics to win against the Miami Heat, but not by the 9 points.
I taking the points on the Celtics. I taking the points on the Celtics. Hear me, Muff? Hear me, Mystery? I taking the Celtics and the points.
And I like, because I'm a betting man and I'm betting with my head and not with my heart, I like the Nuggets to knock off the Lakers, sweep them by 3 points.
I'll take the Nuggets and the points.
That's way too low. You might need to bet that now because that might change.
That
by
might
Saturday.
change, yeah. I'll take the Nuggets and the points.
All right, and that's a wrap, man. Pearly, I appreciate you chiming in and hanging out with me today.
Hey, fun time,
in
man.
studio.
I ain't do this for you. I did this for MJ because she can be here.
I know.
All right, let's get
friends
ready.
like you who needs enemas.
Hey.
Anyway.
We're not in Joker's lot.
You keep talking, we will be. So let's go to the break. And on the flip side of the break, Rich Eisen will take us home. Man, have a great weekend, Bahamas. Be good. And if you can be good at it.
Be careful.
And we'll see you next week right here on Talking Heads.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
Get ready! On May 4th and 5th, athletes from around the world will compete to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics. Come, witness history as our Bahamian athletes run against the world and chase the sun. From paradise to Paris at the BTC World Athletic Relays here in Nassau, Bahamas at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office or at BTC Mall at Marathon or BTC Southwest Plaza. BTC World Relays. Be there.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
All those loans I had were so overwhelming. Fidelity's debt consolidation loan combined all my loan payments into one easy payment with a built-in savings plan that pays me unbeatable interest. It's time to make that move to Fidelity. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Made exactly the way they should be by someone with chicken in their name. The new Kentucky Chicken Sandwiches feature a quarter pound of all-white meat, triple breaded, spicy chicken breast filet on a freshly toasted buttery brioche bun. With your choice of lettuce, tomato, bacon, thick-cut pickles, and the perfect amount of Colonel's real mayo or spicy sauce. Every chicken sandwich is freshly prepared and piping hot. Kentucky Fried Chicken Sandwiches, the only chicken sandwiches that are finger-licking good.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we can make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Whether you like it hot or you enjoy being original, KFC has the only chicken sandwiches with attitude, featuring 100% extra large white meat chicken fillets for 100% flavor. Enjoy the famous flavor of KFC 11 herbs and spices in the KFC Original Recipe Burger, or take the heat up a notch with a spicy filet with our KFC Kentucky Deluxe Sandwich. And for a limited time, enjoy your favorite sandwich with fries for only $7. That's how it's done. KFC Nassau, it's finger-licking good.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with everything Grand Bahamian every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Obviously, the stories going into this draft all about the quarterbacks, and the draft did not disappoint on that front. It's rare to see the quarterback to general pick population hit rate be at 50%. It went from 100%, then down to 75%. It didn't get below 50% in terms of quarterbacks being drafted compared to the number of picks that had already been made on the draft board until pick 7. We saw an amazing amount of choices at quarterback, 3 in a row to start, and then pick 8, pick 10, pick 12, all quarterbacks. And that is something that we were expecting to be possible. We've never seen a draft with 4 straight quarterbacks to start. That did not happen in this one, but we've never seen 4 out of the first 8 picks be quarterbacks, 5 of the first 10 picks be quarterbacks, and 6 of the first 12 picks be quarterbacks. We've never seen that before. But the one that stands out amongst all of them, the one that was the least chalky of all of them, was Michael Penix Jr. going to Atlanta. And in terms of that, I have been fortunate to be doing this draft for 21 years with NFL Network. This is my 18th draft, gavel to gavel. And there have been many head scratchers in the NFL draft, but none being more of a universal, industry-wide head scratcher than the one that we saw last night. Michael Penix Jr., number 8 overall, going to Atlanta. And let me finish my sentence by saying this. This has nothing to do with Michael Penix Jr.'s abilities. You've heard us talk about this kid out of the Washington program, from the Indiana program to the Washington program. Everything that has gone into making him the man that he is, this has nothing to do with that. I believe he's worthy of a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. We had Kurt Warner, Pro Football Hall of Famer, my colleague from the NFL Media Group, sitting in this chair to my left on this set yesterday. He said he thought that Michael Penix Jr., in his mind, was a better choice at quarterback in this draft than Drake May, which is saying a lot. This has nothing to do with Michael Penix Jr.'s ability and everything to do with what the Atlanta Falcons did in free agency in advance of making this pick. I have no earthly idea why a team would go and sign Kirk Cousins for the amount of money that they did, and also run the risk of a tampering charge in the process of doing it, and giving this man a generational salary at quarterback over, maybe if it's 4 years, the entire contract being 4 years long. We were wondering, would he actually finish this contract in Atlanta? I'll tell you one person who thought he would finish this contract in Atlanta, and his name is Kirk Cousins. This guy is the guy who showed up, starts throwing out first pitches at the Braves game, talks about this is his last stop of his career. I'll tell you what, Atlanta's not going to be the last stop of this man's career, because Michael Penix Jr. being drafted 8th overall and starting the clock of his first quarterback contract in the NFL mandates that he starts at some point in this contract. And he starts at some point in this contract before Kirk Cousins ever imagined another quarterback would be brought in to take his starting role. I have no idea why Atlanta would want to do that with Kirk Cousins coming in the manner in which he came in, and the amount of the red carpet that they rolled out for him, and the doubt that they're now going to be placing within his mind and that locker room, his ability to stroll in there and say, this is my team, this is my franchise, this is my new city, has now been compromised because they brought this kid in. 8th overall. His ability to look at this kid in the face and say, let's talk about what you need to do to become a terrific quarterback in this league. As great a human as Kirk Cousins is and has shown to be, you have to sit there and wonder how he's going to be with this kid in this quarterback room. Another thing to point out here, the doubt that might be in Cousins' mind and anybody else in this locker room that wants to be in the Cousins camp fully and completely has to sit here and wonder, at what point did they fall in love with Michael Penix Jr.? Was it watching him be a collegiate quarterback in Washington? Was it him being a quarterback in the championship game against Michigan, struggling, but also seeing what he did against Texas? We heard, and Ian Rappaport's going to come on here, and I'm wondering if he can confirm this. They did not have a top 30 visit with Michael Penix Jr. They went and chatted with him at the Combine and had a 45-minute meeting with him, watching a workout of him in Washington. And that's it. When did they fall in love with Michael Penix? Was it in the process of signing Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million contract that pays him $90 million of guaranteed money? Did they do that during that after signing him? Tom Pelissero, our buddy Tommy P, who's going to sit in for me when I'm with the Roku New Fronts next week in New York, he had the line of the day on Good Morning Football today. He said it's basically like cheating on your wife during the honeymoon. Is essentially what he said. That's what it is. You're in the honeymoon phase right now, and you're going to bring in a kid who, by the way, is also 24 years old when he takes the field, if he does at all, for the Atlanta Falcons this year. So if Cousins plays the 2 years, and they do finally stick out 2 years, by the way, for the $90 million that he's guaranteed to be paid over those 2 years, and they do stick Penix out there, he'll be a 27-year-old guy who's not played much of a snap in the NFL at all. That's how Penix is going to get born into this league. So the question is, what was the thinking of Terry Fontenot, the general manager of the Atlanta Falcons? And he, next to Raheem Morris in a press conference that was very highly watched last night, had this to say after choosing Michael Penix Jr. 8th overall.
At the end of the day, if you believe in a player at that position, because if we're all sitting here a few years from now, whenever it is, and this guy's playing pretty good for somebody, regardless of the situation, regardless of you sit back and look back and we pass him up, you can't do that. If you believe in a quarterback, you have to take him. And if he sits for 4 or 5 years, that's a great problem to have because we're doing so well at that position. So it's just as simple as if you see a guy that you believe in at that position, you have to take him.
I mean, to wait for 4 or 5 years, and I think
that was wild.
Well, I think Terry Fontenot is saying that because he does need to address the guy who they paid all this generational money to be a free agent and come in to win now. The sense in Atlanta was, let's win now. And the sense is when you do that in free agency and you're a quarterback needy team and you're 8th overall on the clock, that now allows you to take the best player available to supplement the arrival of Kirk Cousins, to maybe trade out, to trade down the Dallas Turner selection that everybody had them in their mock drafts. Dallas Turner wound up going 17th overall. Minnesota traded up one more time to go get him. He wound up being 17th overall. Byron Murphy, who would have been a very nice addition in the middle of the defensive line for Atlanta to help out win now and win a division right now, if not a Super Bowl right now, he went 16th overall. You could have traded out into those spots. You could have traded out into those spots and gotten those guys and more draft choices in a draft that's very top-heavy. I mean, the Buffalo Bills got 2 more picks in tonight's draft on purpose for that, and we'll discuss the Bills and what they did later on in this program. You could have done that, but he's also saying we want to win later on. But Michael Penix, if you do wait the 4 years, if you do say wait 4 years, that guy's going to be a 28-year-old quarterback who's not played before, with the possibility of you picking up the 5th-year option of him not having played a single snap. Now then, in terms of making sure that you're winning down the road, the famous website and firm Spot Track that keeps track of all the finances.
I was just looking at it right
now.
now.
They tweeted this out, and I want to put it on the screen so everyone can understand what the Falcons are thinking. That Penix is going to make $16 million over the next 2 seasons with his slotted contract as he ramps up and learns behind Cousins, who's going to earn $90 million over that span. So that's $100 million, $106 million bucks at the quarterback spot, which is, $50 million a year. That's like Dak, right? That's like Mahomes money. But after that, they've got Michael Penix on a 2-year, $6.8 million guarantee through 2027 with the 5th-year option to boot. Now that is dirt cheap. And that, however, is going to be the window in which you want to try and win a Super Bowl that they have left, which is the rookie contract. You want to win in a rookie contract right now. That's why that makes no sense to wait the 2 years and bring him in to learn behind Kirk Cousins. The only thing that this could possibly remotely compare to that I have seen in the 21 years was back in the last time, the 21 years of doing the draft, back in the last time the Washington franchise chose a quarterback 2nd overall in 2012. Just like last night, they chose 2nd overall, and they chose a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback in Robert Griffin III. And then a couple of draft rounds later, they chose Kirk Cousins. And I remember sitting at the NFL Network draft set in Radio City Music Hall saying, why do that? The only time Kirk Cousins is going to play is if something has gone horribly wrong with your eggs in the basket decision. All eggs in the basket decision at the time is to use the 2nd overall pick on a quarterback. This version of it is to generationally enrich a quarterback further. Why would you go ahead and choose another quarterback when you've just chosen one? And it's amazing to me that the situation now involves Kirk Cousins in the role of being the one supplanted. And it's Michael Penix Jr. being the one brought in to make the quarterback wonder, are all the eggs in my basket or not?
Time is a flat circle.
It's unbelievable. And that is the point to just finish up on going through the entire head scratcher here is what does Kirk Cousins think? Because you do have to win now with the guy. You're paying him like you want to win now. You've got to get at least 2 years out of him in win now mode. What is he thinking? Well, last night, the Falcons called him just as they were making this choice to give him a heads up. And both Fontenot and Raheem Morris were asked about that.
Questions for Terry or